Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Nahmadullah ta'ala, wa naghtafiru wa ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, wa ashhadu anna Sayyidina Muhammadan abduhu wa habibuhu wa rasuluhu, sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa azwajihi wa sahbihi tabi'i khulafa ar-rashidin mahadin min ba'di. وسلماتي على تحقيق خصوصا من رحمتي خلفاء الرسول على تحقيق أمراء المؤمنين حضرة أبو بكر وعمر عثمان وعلي وعلى باقي الصحابة التابعين رضوان الله تعالى عليهم أجمعين. يا أيها المؤمنون الحاضرون اتقوا الله تعالى وإن الله مع الذين اتقوا الذين هم محسنون. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. All praises are due to Allah, Lord of the universes. All praises are due to Allah, who is the first, the last, the manifest, the hidden, the one who has knowledge of all things. All praises are due to Allah, who has sent Sayyidina Muhammad ﷺ as the mercy to the universes and the seal of prophethood. And may all peace and blessings be upon the Sultan of creation, the Imam of the messengers, the master of the first and the last, the beloved of the Lord of the two easts and the two wests, the grandfather of Hassan and Hussein, Sayyidina Muhammad ﷺ, and upon his noble family and his blessed companions, especially upon the four Khulafa Rashidin, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq, Hazrat Umar Faruq, Hazrat Osmanli al-Ghani, and Hazrat Ali al-Murtaza, and all those who follow them until the last day. O believers, all praises are due to Allah, who gave us life in the days and nights of Rajab Shahrullah, who led us to experience the nights of Raghaib and Rajab, the nights of Raghaib and the nights of Mi'raj, and who has given us the breath of life in Shaban, Shahrun Nabi, and has led us to pass through the holy night of Barat. Now the month of Shaban is about to finish. In a few days short, inshallah, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us life, we will reach to Ramazan, the month of the Ummah. Alhamdulillah. Our hearts should be jumping at the hope of Ramazan. If we were planting during Rajab, if we were cultivating during Shaban, then we should be hoping and yearning to reach to the blessed fruits of Ramazan. Our Grand Shaykh, Sultan al-Awliya, Shaykh Maulana Muhammad Nazim Hakkani Qaddasallahu Sir, is giving us a taste of that spirit of Ramazan, saying in the old times, when it was Ramazan, people would say, "Welcome, O holy Ramazan, the month of Ramazan has arrived. Marhaban, O month of mercy." They would welcome like this. Everyone would clean, arrange, and make preparations. They would know and keep the blessings and the manners of this holy month. The ones who have gone astray would come to repent. Our masjids would get full. Our markets would refresh. Our young ones would gather. To sum up, places of corruption will be closed. O people, before our time, believers were happy when Ramazan Mubarak arrived, and they were so sad when it finished, because our souls never tasted such sweetness, and they were crying when this holy month was leaving us, and we are reaching to another ocean. The ocean of holy Ramazan is something else. It is not like the honor of other months and the taste and pleasure of other months. Therefore, believers were looking for holy Ramazan to come, and they were so happy. And at the end of this holy month, they were crying because their souls can't reach more than after this, the end of holy Ramazan. O believers, that Ramazan is about to enter. The awliya Allah, they are trying to teach us that the spirit of Ramazan, so that we will keep it high and we will keep it holy, because Ramazan is being honored by Allah and His Prophet. It is the Sultan of the months. When Ramazan was entering, Holy Prophet ﷺ was saying to the people, O people, you are about to enter the shadow of a great blessed month. One of the nights in it is better than 1,000 months. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made fasting during this month an obligation and encouraged people to perform extra prayers during its night. Seeking nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through a good deed would be considered like performing an obligatory act of worship. The same way, doing farz worship during this month would be rewarded 70 times more than during any other month. It is a month of patience, and the reward for patience is Jannah. It is the month of comforting, helping others, and the month during which believers would enjoy plenty. Make sure you frequently do 4 things, 2 of which would please your Lord, and the other 2 are necessary for your safety in the hereafter. As for the 2 things that would please your Lord, they are testifying to the oneness of Allah and seeking repentance. And the other 2 are asking Allah the favor of entering Jannat and seeking refuge in Him from the hellfire. Amin. And the Prophet of Allah speaks the truth. This hadith of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, it is giving a big instruction to believers for how they should spend the Ramazan. First, look at what the Holy Prophet ﷺ, look at what he is not saying. He is not saying Ramazan is all about family. He is not saying Ramazan is all about eating. He is not saying Ramazan is about having parties and showing off and wasting. No. He is saying Ramazan is the month of patience. Ramazan is the month of helping and comforting others. Ramazan is coming to teach us this good manners, and this good manner is the essence of Islam. Our Shaykh, SahibulSaif, Shaykh Abdulkerim Kibrisi, Rabbani, Qaddasallahu Sir, is saying the month of Ramazan, the month of fasting, the month of giving zakat, the month of giving charity, the month of sharing, the month of getting together and to enjoy the prayers, the month of getting together to eat the rizq of Allah together, preparing different dishes and to eat together. This is the month. This month in reality is forcing us to live like that, as we should be living our whole lives like that, and to be able to carry the other months also in the same way. And then when people become familiar to each other and they start loving and respecting each other, you cannot find problems anymore. The problems will go away. And if one has a problem, the other one has a solution. If that one does not have the solution, then another one has the solution. Otherwise, look at what happens. The whole world has turned into a hell. Everyone has everything today, but they are not sharing anymore. Nobody is sharing anything. The Sahabe-Kiram would not only give their lands, they would give their lives to the Prophet ﷺ. We have nothing to give. At least we must make it different. At least you must make it a little different and learn how to share. In holy months like this, at least, and in holy months like this, you must sit down and you must calculate. You must know if it is fit for you to pay zakat or not. This is the month in which to give zakat. This is the month that must reach to the hands of the poor people. Maybe they have nothing. Maybe they will be happy buying something that will make their lives easier. Allah gives to everybody, but Allah gives to everybody through the hands of others. And maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make you to hold the risk of another 50 people. If you are holding on to it tightly and not giving, then maybe those people's hearts will not be too happy with Allah, although they are praying. And in the judgment day, you will be responsible. So you give. If you give, maybe you make one of them happy and they will pray for you. And the best people whose prayers are accepted are the poor, who are not complaining and who are fasting. They are hungry. That is the time that their prayer is accepted. Ramazan is the month of sharing, of being generous, of helping others. Yes, we all want the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We all want rizq from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We all want mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But how can we have a face to ask from Allah when our neighbors are hungry? When we ourselves, we are not helping those that we can help, that we see all around us. To help others. That is the foundation of being a Muslim. The first hadith that they are teaching in the madrasa in the old days, the first hadith, it is this: those who are merciful will be shown mercy by the most merciful. Be merciful to those on the earth, and the one in the heavens will have mercy upon you. And the Prophet of Allah speaks the truth. This is what we have lost. Individuals, families, nations lost this. Presidents and prime ministers lost this. Communities and families lost this. Individuals have completely lost this. Everyone is living alone, looking out only for themselves, to help themselves, to make themselves to be satisfied and to be hungry, to be satisfied and to be happy. That is not a human way to live. Even the animals don't live like that. That kind of living, it will kill your heart. That kind of living will make you to become friends with your ego and dunya and shaitan, and they will drag you into the hellfire. This way of Sahbat, it is to teach us to live together and to help each other. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has designed us, and He knows that our satisfaction and our happiness in this world comes in living together for the sake of Allah and helping each other for the sake of Allah. If we have everything and we're not living together, we're not helping each other, our hearts will never be satisfied. The sourness will enter into us, and this world will become bitter. Our Shaykh SahibulSaif is explaining this, saying, this classroom is a good classroom. It just takes some discipline, nothing else, and obedience. By yourself, not by force. There are ways to do those things too. But we say, do it by yourself. If you think that you are from the humankind, if you think that you have been created to this world to understand, to know Allah, to love Allah and to worship Allah, it's because Allah is asking you for worship through obedience and through love, not through anger. Not through ways saying, oh, I didn't want to do this, but I have no choice. Yes. So many are doing that. If there's no love, then nothing's going to move. Through love, you can move mountains. The love is missing. Look at yourself. Allah is not disconnecting. Allah is not cutting. You are cutting yourself from that love because you are turning your direction to other things. You started loving other things. That's what happened to you. That is your problem. And when you are feeling, yes, when I'm not around this community, this Shaykh, I feel lonely, I feel that I'm away, I feel that I'm disconnected from my family, that is the time that inside you are really building something. So living together, living in a community, living in a community, doesn't matter if it's just a few, a handful, but it is founded on the love of Allah and His Prophet, that is following a guide. That is where peace is going to come into your heart. And the greatest peace and satisfaction is going to enter our hearts when we run to help other people especially other people who are serving Allah and His Prophet, helping others, helping the Ummah. It was the reason and the passion of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. From the time he woke up until he rested, he did not stop helping others. He is saying in the Hadith Sharif, the most beloved people to Allah are those who are most helpful to the people. The most beloved deed to Allah is to make a Muslim happy, or to remove one of his troubles, or to forgive his debt, or to feed his hunger. That I walk with a brother to help his need is more beloved to me than that I seclude myself in this masjid in Medina for a month. Whoever swallows his anger, then Allah will hide his faults. Whoever puts down his heavy anger, even though he could fulfill his anger if he wished, then Allah will secure his heart on the day of resurrection. Whoever walks with his brother to help him with his need until he helps him, then Allah, the Exalted, will make his feet firm across the Sirat on the day when the feet are shaken. This hadith is giving us the spirit of Islam, the work of the prophets, the inheritance of the awliya, and the soul of Ramazan. We must be part of that work. To be part of that work in this holy month, we are going to get all the divine help, because the shaitans, they're going to get locked up. And if we have been training our ego and the dunya and our desires before Ramazan, then it is going to be very easy for us to be able to work for the sake of Allah in this month. We can be part of that work. We can be part of that work of bringing relief and help to the servants of Allah. We must be part of that hizmat of doing the work of Allah in the world. O believers, we must make intention to spend our Ramazan in this way. We must make the intention, inshallah Rahman, in this Ramazan to be sincere and to help others. We should live this Ramazan not for ourselves but to help others. That time Allah's love is going to reach to us. Holy Prophet's love is going to reach to us. Our Shaykh's love is going to reach to us. That time, yes, we will taste the fruits of Ramazan. And the fruits of Ramazan, it is a taste of paradise. Amin. Astaghfirullah, 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 lazim, lazim, la ilaha illa لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك والحمد كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين سبح قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح سبح قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح سبح قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح إن دين عند الله الإسلام إقام الصلاة اللهم صل على محمد آمين.